birthday, Grandma. I really hope you enjoyed this presentation that I put together, and thank you to everyone that submitted footage for me to make this. And yeah, I myself am not that great with words, so I guess I'll let everybody else handle it from here on out. I just did the editing. And with that said, our feature presentation.
Bird up!
Happy birthday, Grammy. I hope you have a long, healthy life with the most happiness and nachat. And yeah, I love you so much. And happy birthday. And yeah, love you.
Hey, Marmy. Here I am in my natural habitat at school, trying to put together the words I would want to say to you on this very special occasion. It's no secret that you have been in my life longer than my own biological mom was. And from the first time I met you, although I was afraid that you didn't like me because I didn't like salad, and I didn't like broccoli, and I was worried that you wouldn't like me because I wasn't a kind of girl that ate healthy food. You took me in and accepted me and have been treating me beyond what any daughter-in-law could ever hope for. Your sweetness, your kindness, your spunkiness, and your unconditional love has been a very, very important part of my life these last number of years, especially in the absence of my own mom. And I just want you to take care of yourself and to be healthy and to enjoy the nachas from your children and your grandchildren and Baruch Hashem, your great-grandchildren. And I want you to just enjoy every moment in good health and in taking in all the little things. I know that the smallest things bring you joy, and it's just such a beautiful, beautiful quality that we all love about you. And everything from the little stickers that you put on to every little card to the joy in which you serve a meal to the love that we feel in everything that you do with us and for us. So Ad Me'ab Esrim, Marmy. Love you very, very much, and I wish you all the best today and every day.
Happy birthday, Grandma Maxine. We love you. Mwah.
Hey Grandma, I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday, and I wanted to tell you how excited I am to always see you and to eat out with you and to visit you and every time you come over. And I want to remind you that one of my favorite memories of us is when I went to Florida when I was very little, and I remember wanting to see you. I remember flying to Florida with my family, and I was actually so excited to see you that I like ran in front of my family. I was like, where is she? Where is she? Where is she? And I finally like went through the airport and I found you and I gave you this giant hug, and I remember you telling me that like that was one of your favorite memories. And yeah, I love you so much, and I wish you health, happiness, and lots of time with family. I want to spend more time with you. I want to talk to you more, call me, and I'll talk to you more. And yeah, and happy birthday. I love you. Wish you all the best. And I'm looking forward to spending more time with you, going out to eat with you, whatever. Love you.
Happy birthday, Grandma. Love you so much. We all love you. And to show you how much we love you, because I know I'm not the only one that does this, I know Liana does it as well, I still have all of the birthday cards that you gave me throughout the years. I am pretty sure this first one is from age 9, if I'm not mistaken. 10. Here is age 10. I have from the time that I loved Bratz, from Barbies. Here's 11. And all of them. And not only those, I even keep the little ones from Hanukkah with nothing in them. Sometimes I hide myself some of the money, you know. Leave it there for a nice surprise. But I really love these cards, Grandma. They mean so much to me to get them every single year. I cherish them, and I cherish you, so I really hope you have the best birthday and many more to come. Amen, amen, amen. So, Mazal Tov, Grandma. We love you.
Hey Grammy, happy birthday. I would have made this video in Madim, and hopefully I'll be there for the party, but I'm probably not going to be. I would have made it in Madim, but I didn't. I just wanted to say happy birthday, and I wanted to share a very good memory of when I came over after a football game. And you guys did the greatest Achnasat Ochim that I could have asked for. And then the day after, we just got up, and I think I put on Zadie's tefillin, which was a very big bracha for me, at least. And then we had lunch, and we listened to Shirim, and I just wanted to say happy birthday, and I love you, and to many more years.
Your eye on the putty cat.
Mom, happy birthday. I'm going to be playing this song, dedicating it to you for your birthday. It's something you taught me when I was a little girl. I'll never forget it. Neither will Donnie. Donnie really wants me to play it for you, so here it goes. Happy birthday. Love you very, very much.
Yom Huledet Sameach to our dearest Grammy. Mazel Tov to you on this such an incredible milestone. I don't want to say the number out loud because I don't want to be chutzpahdik. However, let's just take those numbers and switch them, and we'll just say that you're the same age as Aryeh. And that makes perfect sense for you, because who else but you, Grandma, can truly exemplify what it means to be young at heart. You have always been the epitome of young at heart. And to showcase that, I will just try to pull out some of my most favorite memories. It was not easy to choose, but These are pretty good ones. The first one I wanted to talk about was when I was 4 years old and I was going through all of that trouble with my throat and my ears. And my parents took me to the ENT and told me that I was going to need to have my tonsils taken out. And I remember not really knowing what that was, but I knew it was a surgery. And I was a little bit nervous, I guess. And you told me that when you were a kid, you also needed to have your tonsils out. And the way that you told that story to me, and you said that the doctor came over to you and said, Maxine, if you will have your tonsils taken out, you will never have an earache again. And I said, let's do it. So, of course, when it came my time, and the doctors asked me if I'm ready, I said, let's do it, because that's what you taught me. And I remember how when I was in recovery afterwards, it took me a few days to get back to normal. You really, when I think about that time, I just think of you, because you were there the entire time looking out for me. You were reading to me, and you were giving me spoonfuls of Jell-O and applesauce and maybe eggs, stuff that I could swallow easily. And every time you had to turn a page of the book, you would say ding dong, so that I would have another spoonful of whatever it was. So you were making sure I was eating. You also answered the phone when my class called me to wish me a refuah shlema, and I remember you on the phone talking to Maura Carroll. I remember you, actually, one of the best memories of when I had my tonsils taken out was you helped me to decorate my very first ever Barbie car. My first car came with lots of cool stickers to decorate, and you sat with me on that couch at 50 Covington Drive, and you helped me put all the stickers on my Barbie car. And anytime I ever used that car for my dolls, I would think of you because you helped me put it together. Another memory I have of you, who can forget the way you told us the story of Goldilocks and the Three Bears when we were eating breakfast as kids. You would tell that story unlike anyone else. You would say how Goldilocks followed the delicious aroma. That's how I learned that word. And how when she got to the house of Goldilocks and the Three Bears, you took her cereal boxes like this, and she knocked on the door. And when there was no answer, she opened the door and came right in. And I won't forget that. And I remember how you described her in the little chair. Rock, 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 rock. And when Baby Bear found his broken chair on the floor, he said, somebody sat in my chair, and I think it was an elephant. When I think of Goldilocks and the Three Bears, your voice just comes right to my head, and all the different little sound effects and the voices, it was just so grandma. And of course, another amazing memory I have of you is visiting your house, your apartment on Abington Drive, and just playing cards with you. You used to straddle on the floor, and you would deal the cards on the floor, and I used to play Old Maid with you. You had the funniest Old Maid deck with the weirdest names, like I think there was a Shirley Can't Cook, and there was a Willpower, and I think there might have been a Billboard, and I think there was a Pamper, and there were some really good ones in there. That was a great deck of cards. And the best deck of cards, hands down, was that deck of cards with all the information on the First Ladies of the United States. I used to read the back of that deck with you, and you would tell me one by one about all the different First Ladies. And so, of course, when I came to school and I knew all about Rachel Jackson, and I knew about Francis Cleveland, and I knew about Eleanor Roosevelt and Jackie Kennedy and Betty Ford and all of that, I was the big geeky nerd. But thank you, because I learned it from you. So, and of course, the last memory I have to share was when I came to your house in Boca Raton, and I came to visit for a few days on my own, and I sat down in your little kitchen over there, where there's a window next to it. You asked me when I came, you asked me if I would like to have a cappuccino, and I didn't really know what that was yet. I was only 14, and you served me up the world's greatest hazelnut cappuccino with French twists. And that was my breakfast every morning when I came to visit, because after I tried your hazelnut cappuccino, I couldn't possibly imagine having another cup of coffee anywhere else. So, and since then I've been longing for that hazelnut cappuccino from you, because I think it's undisputed that you make the greatest coffees. And I would love another coffee from you. On that note, Grandma, I want to again say a big mazel tov to you. I want to give you a bracha that you be zoche, that we all be zoche to share in many, many more simchas like this, that you should be zoche to many, many more years of good health and happiness and hatzlacha, parnasa b'shafa, and may you be zoche to so much Yiddish nachat from your children, your grandchildren, from your great-grandchildren, and Amirtza Hashem, your great-great-grandchildren. May you be able to be part of so many more of these moments with, Mirtza Hashem, lots more from your Dor Revi, and Mirtza Hashem, your Dor Chamishi. And may we always find only happy opportunities to be together and to rejoice. Believe me when I say that here in New York, we are truly overjoyed to be part of this simcha with you. We all love you. Zu sein gesund und stark bis 120 Jahre. And amen v'amen v'amen. And may we be zoche to the Bias HaMashiach. And may we be able to be makriv carbon taida for all the upcoming simchas together. Love you. Happy birthday.
Tugboat whistle goes toot toot toot. It toots high and it toots low, but the toot 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 doesn't mean a hoot. It's the chugga chugga chug that makes it go.
I get the vach, everybody. Welcome to Jerry's Parsha Ponderings for Grandma's 80th birthday party. I was asked by our producer, Dovi, to try to keep my remarks short, so I will do my best, although I'm not really good at that. But let's delve right in. Grandma, or in my case, Ma, or Mom or Mommy, was born Parshat Beshalach, 1943, right in the middle of World War II. And she was bat mitzvahed Parshat Shemot, 1955. So it's only appropriate to discuss these parshiot, especially since they are most appropriate, as Grandma's name is Miriam. So let's take a look. First of all, in Parshat Shemot, we see that the Jews were enslaved. Why were the Jews enslaved? We discussed this in last week's, or a couple of weeks ago, we discussed this. Uvnei Yisrael paru vayishritzu vayirbu vaya'atzmu b'ma'od ma'od v'timalei ha'aratzotam vayakam melech chadash al Mitzrayim asher lo yada et Yosef. What happened? The Jews moved out of the ghetto. We discussed the origins of the word ghetto, the Venetian ghetto, but the first ghetto, of course, was Goshen. And when the Jews moved out to the burbs, what happened? Of course, anti-Semitism raised its ugly head. So what happened in the United States? The Jews came to America, whether it was at the turn of the 20th century, before, or during, right after the Holocaust, and they lived in the ghetto. Where was the ghetto? Brooklyn, ich weiß. And then eventually what happened? They started moving out to the island, and they moved to New Jersey, and they moved to Lakewood, and they moved to California, and everywhere. Vatim alei haaretz otam. My mother was born during the Holocaust. Ma, you saw, not Baruch Hashem firsthand, although Grandpa certainly did, having liberated Dachau. He saw what anti-Semitism looks like, and you grew up always telling us stories when you would go to the King David Hotel, and you would sit in the 1950s as a young girl in the dining room, and you heard all the survivors talking about what they lived through. Ma, you taught us not to trust Gullus. Don't trust even the nicest of the Umot HaOlam. Why? Because Vatim alei haaretz otam, eventually something goes sideways, and the results are always the same. We've seen the movie. We know how it ends. Miriam watched over Moshe when he was a little boy, when Yocheved put him in the water, in the basket. Miriam is the one who ensured that the Geula would come in Mitzrayim. She was the one who offered Bas Paro, offered Basia, that Yocheved should be the nursemaid. It was she who made sure that when Amram wanted to separate from Yocheved, because he didn't want to bring children into slavery, it was Miriam who said, Dad, you're worse than Paro. At least this way they get a chance. It was Miriam who ensured the Geula. If it wasn't for Miriam, we never would have gotten out. And that's true in our family as well. Because it was, of course, Dad and Mom, but Mom, you know, they say behind every great man is a greater woman, right? So it was Mommy that was always telling us, no, we have to go to Israel. It was Miriam who made sure we left the Gullus. And of course, she was born in Parshat Beshalach. Parshat Beshalach. The Jews are standing on the Red Sea. They got the water in front of them. They got the Egyptians behind them. And they're davening. What are you supposed to do? What does a Jew do when he's in trouble? He davens, picks up a Tehillim, ich weiß, right? What did Hashem say to Moshe? Mo, listen, I love the prayer, but now is the time to go. There'll be plenty of time to pray. Yalla, where are we going? We're going, right? Daber el b'nei Yisrael v'yiso, move, get out, move. I got it, but you gotta at least move. And when we did, we were victorious. And when we came to the other side and we saw our enemies dead, right? Vatikach Miriam. Miriam took up the tambourine, and it was Miriam who led the Shira, right? The Bnei Yisrael sang, and Miriam led the women in song and dance, singing to Hashem. And the Parsha is very clear to let us know that it was Miriam who led the Shira. It wasn't angels. Right? They say, can we see people dead on the... Yeah, Hashem asked the Malachim, my handiwork is drowning in the sea, and you're going to sing Shira? It wasn't for the angels to sing Shira, it was for the people to sing Shira. And it was Miriam who took the tambourine and the drum, and they sang Shira to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. After what you saw, Ma, growing up, the anti-Semitism in the world, both in your own life and what at the time you were born, probably the worst slaughter of the Jewish people. The fact that you were able to lead us here, that you and Daddy led us here, and that we are here in Eretz Yisrael, is 100% to your credit. And it was you that always pushed us toward Jewish strength, to be Hasidim of Rav Kahana, and that a Jew should never, ever go through what the Jewish people went through a mere 80 years ago. Thank you. Thank you for everything you've done for us, to bring us here to the Holy Land. And now that you're, let's see, 2/3 of the way? 40, 80, 120, yeah. Got another good 40 years. May you continue to be Zeichazan, to have nachas from your children, well, from Deb's anyway, right, from your children, from your Einiklach, and from your beautiful Einiklach, Kein Yirbu, zum Sein gesund und stark bis 120.
That's all, folks.